The property that we have come to know as Refuge Ranch was purchased by the Gospel Troubadours Prison Fellowship in 2001. Rick and Carol, that's myself and my wife, we became the directors of Refuge Ranch and have been that right till June of 2024. This place always had a wonderful, peaceful air about it, and people noticed that. And I believe that the reason why that was is because we were constantly looking to the Lord to direct us. And in so doing, we look to Him in faith to guide us and direct us, and we have maintained that faith right to the very end. And we are just so thankful for the time that we have spent at this place. In the earlier years, horses played a major role. I had as many as 6 horses here, and how entertaining that was for the youngsters. When there would be church gatherings or family gatherings, the children, they had never-ending entertainment with these horses. Of course, they would never tire of having horseback rides. And I would wear out giving them horseback rides, but it was always interesting to watch the young ones as they would bring grass to the horses, and the horses were entertained by the kids, and the kids were entertained by the horses. It was a wonderful, wonderful combination. But the time came when the quad and little wagons behind the quad became the source of entertainment. And there as well, the youngsters, they just loved all the rides. They would just seemingly never, ever get enough. What a time it was to watch the young ones as they would be entertained by the animals, and then later even by the machine that would give them rides. It was very enjoyable. We are now in Meditation Alley. A couple of rows of Manitoba maple, and Meditation Alley got its name from the very first person that came for counsel here to Refuge Ranch. His name was Mark Lacoste. He used this alleyway as a place to pray when temptations would come to him and at him because of the addictions that he was battling against and trying to overcome. This was a wonderful, peaceful place of prayer and meditation. Now, it has also been used for tenting, and what a nice shelter from the storms, from the winds, and so on. And so we've had just numerous tents set up in among these trees, sheltering them from the wind and the storm, and then of course the hot sun in the summertime. It was always shade for the people that were tenting in this area. So this will always be a place of great memory for me, Meditation Alley. The noisy din of food being enjoyed around the tables of this dining hall, almost deafening. And you knew that the fellowship that people were enjoying, having a meal together, was very, very real. At the same time, this building has also been used for counseling, Bible studies, prayer times. The public Bible studies that we've had have been very, very encouraging. The counseling and the studies and the courses that I've taught to ex-inmates or people that were just having struggles with addictions and so on, they have been powerful. However, it was not very long, a matter of a few years, and Carol and I realized that we would need to have some help in order to carry on this type of ministry right here at Refuge Ranch. And help was not forthcoming. There were not people that were stepping forward to help us in this ministry. So we just simply decided that we needed to change this, or we would just simply burn out. And so the change was made, but the blessings of the times that we have spent in Bible study, prayer, and counsel in this dining hall has been absolutely outstanding. And again, the din of the banquets and the sharing of meals in this place have been just outstanding. The chapel. Wow. What activity, musical activity in this chapel. There have been singers from all over Western Canada and some from various United States. And listeners. Wow. We've had listeners from around the world. Well, not every country, but there have been people from very, very unexpected countries showing up at Music Day. And what a blessing it was. As a matter of fact, one fellow from Switzerland just got up and played the drums there. He had never played with us before. These are the kind of exciting things that happen Music Day in this chapel. The most often heard comment about Refuge Ranch was, "What a peaceful place this is." And truly it is. We've had baptisms in the chapel. We've had weddings in the chapel. I think we've had one or maybe even two funerals that were taking place in this very chapel. What a place of worship and praise and thanksgiving. And though it didn't really take on the feeling of a church service per se, but you just knew there was worship happening. What a blessing. In December of 2023, my wonderful wife Carol passed away. And it was soon after that that I realized that for me to run and be the director, singular director of Refuge Ranch was too much. I realized that Carol's presence had brought an enormous amount of energy to me and to the entire directorship. And so a decision was made in March of 2024 to pursue the possibilities of selling the property we knew as Refuge Ranch. Wayne and Lydia Nelson of Three Hills stepped forward and made an offer to purchase Refuge Ranch. The exciting thing about it was that Wayne and Lydia have a desire to carry on in ministry. Not identical to what the Gospel Troubadours have been doing, but similar. Dealing with troubled people even that struggle with addictions, but nevertheless desiring to continue on in ministry. So Wayne and Lydia, they made an offer to purchase Refuge Ranch. That offer was accepted. And so Wayne and Lydia will be taking possession on June the 3rd, 2024. They will change the name of the property to Open Country Farms. And if you want to contact Wayne and Lydia Nelson and or Open Country Farms, the phone number is 403-478-9977. We are just wishing greatest blessing on Wayne and Lydia as they carry on in the ministry that happens at this property. And we thank God for the years that we have spent here. And just pray that God's blessing and peace will continue on in this property. The Gospel Troubadours Prison Fellowship ministry will continue. The Gospel Troubadours Prison Fellowship ministry was in operation 15 years before Refuge Ranch was purchased. And now that Refuge Ranch is sold, the ministry will still carry on. I will be going into prisons, continually going into prisons, and then I will go to wherever people want me to preach, teach, or sing. I will carry on with doing just that. The Gospel Troubadours Prison Fellowship, of course, is the official name of the ministry, and Refuge Ranch will continue to be the registered trade name that the Gospel Troubadours Prison Fellowship owns. And so if people decide and choose to make donations to the organization, they can make that donation either to Gospel Troubadours or Refuge Ranch. I am looking forward to probably being on the road more, as Carol and I were before Refuge Ranch came to be. And I'm excited about what God has got in store for me in the future. But with a thankful heart in the 23 years that we have spent here in a place that we call Refuge Ranch, a wonderful, peaceful place.